What is up? Thank you for coming to my channel, Prison POV. So as I was saying, before I was rudely interrupted by my phone as it died yesterday, I don't know why it does that. I googled it, it said if your phone's hot, so I quit charging it before I was going to record. I don't have much in my gallery, really not sure, but we're going to rectify that problem real soon. Let's talk about cell extractions. I never had a cell extract. That means when you stay in your cell and you board up, wait for the cops to come in there and get you. Now that cellie I had, I talked about him before, Edward Scissorhands, dude who loves to make those knives. He said he spent a year in the hole at Ironwood. Him and his cellie to play a game similar to football. They'd board up. In other words, you have that little window, you totally board it up where the cops can't see. They can't see they're coming in. Cell extraction, they come get your ass. They'd board up, so when the cops came in, the goal was to go past the cops, run out into the freaking day room or whatever is on the other side of the cell, run past the cops like football, line of scrimmage. Here comes the defenders, you're the running back, and you got to get past them. Game they called football. Even my cellie is telling me about it. I had 4 days at the house. We're Wasco reception to Billy D1. He's like, you want to play? I'm like, no, not necessarily. I'm on the top tier, too. You're not going to get very far because you don't have very much. I mean, what's the goal then? To jump over the tier? Yikes. Beat it as it may. Self-abstractions. Never had to do none. Close-o, the whole Soledad, but I was an O-wing. And so you didn't have a door with a window. So how you had to self-abstract there was hold your tray. They pass the trays out. They come by to collect them. If you don't give it back, they're going to come in and get you. Trip on this, though. There was this Southsider. He wanted to give the wood lived next door to him his milk. So the cops come by at dinner time. What it is, they pass out the trays. Later, they come to collect the trays on a cart. So he didn't drink his milk. He just got at dinner, and he put it on the cart along with his tray. Put the milk at the bottom. So the cop could take the cart to the next cell over, crack the door, and the wood would grab the milk. Not a big deal. But the cop was being a jerk about it. Said no. So the Southsider, fuck that. I'm going to board up, he said. I'm going to board up. Make him self-extract me. He was that mad over the milk. The wood who lived next to him was like, yeah, I'm going to board up too. Fuck these motherfuckers. Just do it. So the Southsider board up. The wood's like, yeah, I'm going to board up. He never did, though. He was talking all this crap about the cops. He was yelling on the tier. Board up, board up. And everyone's like, well, then board up, bitch. What are you waiting for? Talking all that big boy talk. And then the cops came and did self-extract the Southsider. And the wood never even boarded up. They didn't get him. But a day room, they had something for him. Like, how stupid. Did he think everyone's going to let that slide? Like, I almost said he pumped the dude up to do it. But no, he didn't pump the dude up to do it. He, like, pumped himself up. Didn't do it. And you know what about this dude, too? I'll go ahead and say one step further. This dude has a brother. This validated Nazi lowrider has a gang of respect coming from Bakersfield. And this fool, his brother, he's messing up all the time. And a lot of times people don't want to do nothing to him out of respect for his brother. But yeah, it's like, dizam. Okay, so what else, though? I was a Soledad. I was talking on a cell phone I borrowed from the dude who lived next to me, and I was making a batch of wine. I'd been boarded up. Not like a self-extract, just I had the cardboard up so no one could see. I was on the phone. The cops were really nowhere around. I just want to know inmates coming looking in. Had my wine out. Was getting ready to burp it. Talking on the phone. All of a sudden I hear a knock at my cell. So I moved the cardboard thinking it's one of the homies or something. It's a cop. Oh damn, I board back up. Turn the phone off. Hide it under my pillow real quick. And then kind of pull the cops coming in. I kind of pulled the wine out. As if I was messing with that. Cops came in, give it to me. I was like, okay, here it is. Here's the wine I had. He's like, no, you're on the phone. I was like, no, I'm messing with this wine. You saw wine. I'm burping my batch. I go, this is what I was trying to hide. He's like, no, you had his phone. Then he did one of these numbers. He's like, tell me you had a phone, and I'll leave everything alone. But if you lie and say you didn't, I'm going to tear your cell up, and I am going to find it. Then I will take it. Forcing you to be honest type trip. Like, just be honest with me and everything will be cool. Like, damn. You know, my gut instinct is not to be honest with this guy. So I'm like, okay, I had a phone. And he left. Wouldn't trip on it. Like, damn, that's a close call. I would have just hated life. I would have got caught with it. That phone ended up in the hole, though. The dude who lived a couple cells down from me, Wood from Sacramento, he probably wishes he would have never met me. I went into this in one of my other videos, the whole situation, how it went down. But the point I'm making right now is he ended up going to the hole, not in good terms either, and he stuck that damn phone and the charger up his ass. Took it with him. Thing is, though, let me just go over it real quick. It started out because he was funking with this dude named Billy the Kid. He did not like Billy the Kid. They were cellies at one time, and now Billy the Kid's living with Charlie Brown. They got a lot going on. They get cans of tobacco from free staff. They're doing the damn thing. But homeboy who I'm talking about, the Wood from Sacramento, he's doing the damn thing too. He's having some chick he doesn't even know. He's met like a pen pal, bringing him big old chunks of heroin on the weekends. A couple of times the heroin was bunk. They tried to move on him. I stepped up, have his back. Like, dude, don't use. He has no idea. He just got the bag and started selling some. Like, wait a minute, bro. Shit's bunk. Should have used some first. Then he's like, would you mind using it, Splinter? I get some. I don't mind at all. He'd hit the weekend. Started shooting me some. I'd tell him if it was good or it wasn't. We became close. Now I am getting ready to get a $1,600 check sent in through legal mail. Cops are going to see it. They're going to come to my cell, get my legal mail, which they do not open. I'm going to open it, pull out that $1,600 check. Had to deal with Billy the Kid. He's going to get it out to his family, his people on the streets. They're going to cash it. We're going to do something. And then homeboy, the Wood from Sac, found out about it. He's like, nah, Splinter. He's like, do the deal with me. He's like, fuck Billy the Kid, dog. You know, shoot out to my peoples, man. We'll work something out with me and you. You know, fuck him. And I was like, all right, bro. And I shot my $600 check out to the streets. And the old lady, his people who got it, who was a chick he didn't even know, met through a pen pal, was bringing Marty and heroin. Now she has a check. She's supposed to forge my name, which is not forgery. I'm giving her the green light, but right, you know, sign my name and take it to her bank and do all that stuff. She's like, whoa, I'm backing up. This is like way too deep for me. So then she just came, quit visiting him, didn't bring him no more nothing. And now, hey, I'm asking him, where's my $1,600? Not only that, but now I have like big debt. Like, I'm not even bullshit, like close to $1,000, which sounds like a lot, but hey, I got 1,600, right? So it would have balanced out. But yeah, I ran up debt. Dude, it goes quick. 100 here. I had a $400 bag of weed. That dude was tripping. I was supposed to pay him at 3 weeks. Now it was 6. He was mad dogging me money. He was like about to move on my ass. Anyway, but I got this 1,600. Then they called me. I got to go to Arizona. Later, bro. So all my debts that I had were on him. Why? Because he had my $1,600 check. He had to go every sale and say, hey, whatever Splinter owes you, I owe you now. And he was just, his countenance is just falling. He's like, damn, I can't believe you owe so much, bro. Went to another sale. Hey, he goes, that dude too? Like, yeah, bro, that dude too. Old gang of fools here, man. But yeah, when they probably wish he would have never met me. He should have just let me deal with Billy the Kid and just kept what he had going on. And probably would have worked out better for everybody. Self-obstruction, so hey, but we got to Arizona, opened that place up. The cops were skittish. They didn't want no battle with us. They were like, cool, let's do whatever we wanted. We'd get packages in. Only in California, a package every 90 days. There, every time a package came in, wouldn't matter, one a week, they'd give it to you. And a lot of times they wouldn't even open it. Like, damn, could have been a big ass shank, whatever in there. They were just not even tripping. They were just like, everything slide. So one time, I'm smoking a joint with a couple woods. One dude, him and I almost got in a fight later. It was over some bullshit. These two woods and I are smoking a joint. A cop comes by and like looks in, peeks in. He's like suspicious. I was like, oh, I think he smelt it, you know. It's a big old fatty too. One of them little pinners, like a big righteous ass street joint. He always gets 5 or 6 more cops. They come up to the cell. They hold their keys. They try to creep on us, but we see him. Homeboy's laying on his bed. I'm sitting down right here, and the other homeboy's sitting right here. I give the joint to him. He like puts it down like this. As they start to come in the cell, I jump up. It wasn't locked. They started to come in. I jumped up, got right in front of him. Even did my arm like this to block him. I said, you can't come in. We're having a religious service. That like stopped them dead in their tracks. Like, huh? Like, yeah, we're having a religious service. You cannot disturb us. You cannot come in right now. Wait till our service is over. They're like, they literally left. Couldn't believe that would have never worked in California. They would have. I had my arm up like this to block them. They would have twisted around. I'd have been hemmed up. Eat the joint, homeboy, eat it. Just like when I was at CMC West. My boy Hot Rod. We were in the same dorm on the 1 yard. In dorm 10, got in a riot. I went to the hole. When I came back out, they shot me to the 4 yard. Not level 4, it's numbered. It's all level 2, but it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Anyway, I was on 4. He was on 1. I had some weed. He's like, throw it over, homeboy. I threw it over in a handball, a couple of joints, and the cops saw him. He got out of the handball, and he was running from the cops. Everyone was watching, going, go, go, brother, go, homeboy. He was running, the cop was chasing him. Right before the cop caught him, he ate it. Couldn't really get him for nothing. I mean, what do you got me for? Got him for running all that bullshit. He did go to the hole. It was nothing. What else, though? At Arizona. Smoking a joint. It's like midnight. I'm walking around the cell. I got baby powder. Every time I take a hit and blow it out, exhale. Is that inhale or exhale? Exhale. I would squeeze the baby powder and then create where you couldn't smell it. A lot of times I put like a soap in a sock and our baby powder and do this sock like this, hit on the ground. Many things we have for air freshener. Be that as it may. I'm doing the baby powder. I'm taking a hit. I look at my window that I have at my door. There's a cop. His face just staring at me. I don't know how long he'd been there. I was just like, I was caught. So I just kept doing what I was doing. Turned my back on him. Whatever, man. He's going to come in. He's going to come in. Didn't even trip. Who knew how long he was staring at me? Trip on this, though. Let me just take it back. Okay, I was a runaway. When I was like 14, 15, I always joke around and say I have no high school credits. Because you know you have to take damn, they call it in your high school exams. You have to take, damn, I can't remember it. I knew it when I was starting this video. At the end of the year at high school, you take those tests. I never ever took them. Gosh dang it, I got caught now. I have no high school credits. Except for when I did 6 months in KYF, that burglary when I was 15 or whatever. Went to high school there. Got some credits. I was runaway. I'd take the bus to San Fernando Valley. I'd go to shows, and I was 14 or 15. And I'm a small dude. I mean, I'm 5'10 to 5'8". I weigh 170 now, so I put on a couple pounds due to the methadone. But I'm slim and trim like a bicycle ram. And when I was 14, I mean, it took me a long-ass time. I didn't even get no facial hair until I was like 30. I always look young and small for my age. So anyway, I went to this punk rock show. I don't even know where we're at, San Fernando Valley somewhere. I know a dude. I went there with my homegirl, Christy, and we got separated somehow. So I ended up with a couple dudes I know. Hey, they got a car. We went to a punk rock show. Then we ended up at some house. It's like a punk rock crash pad. You go in there, there's like G.G. Allen posters and Misfit posters, like beer cans and ashtrays everywhere. A couple dudes like sleeping on the ground, not much furniture. We go there. There's a couple dudes who live there, and I went with a couple dudes. There's 4 guys and me. They're all drunk, and they're all passing out. But I was 14, 15, I didn't drink that much. So I wasn't drunk, I was pretty much sober. I was getting ready to crash out. It was like 2 in the morning. There's like low lights on, you know, it's like kind of dim, like colored lights, like a red light, maybe some Christmas tree lights type shit, you know, some smoke, and it's just some music in the background. And I remember just getting fall asleep and the door opens. Some dude walks in, he's walking real slow. As soon as he came in, the hair in the back of my neck like shot up. He's real slow. He come in creeping. I'm like, man, what's up with this? And he's like, what's everyone doing? What's everyone doing? I just ignored him. Came over, sat down real close to me, started some small talk. He's like, hey, it's boring. He's like, let's leave. He's like, come on, let's go. And I was like, what? I'm not going to go nowhere. He's like, yeah, let's go. He's like, what's everyone doing? Are they asleep? He's like, hey. No one like said that to him. So he's like, he tested to see if they're asleep or not. And he looked at me. He's like, come on, let's go. It's boring here. Like, I'm not going nowhere. He got up and walked around, acting really fucking weird. Kept telling me, let's go. First, I was like, no, I don't want to go nowhere. And he kept sitting next to me on his haunches like this. He'd be like, it's boring here. Let's go. I'm going to go nowhere. So like 25, like way better than me. Could have overpowered me easy. Finally, I quit answering him. And I kind of sat up more, because I was more laying down. He walked in, I kind of sat up. He's like, let's go. I just wouldn't answer him. And I pulled out a knife. I had a little knife, opened it, started cleaning my fingernails with it. And he came over and he's laughed. He goes, that's too small. I go, for what? And he goes, to hurt. And I go, not if I get it in your eye. I said, your eye. I go, not if I get it in your eye. That fool went and picked up a pair of glasses that was on the speaker and put them on. It was like walking around, got in front of me and started laughing. Like if I tried to stab him in the eye, he has glasses on. Saying, let's go. I'm like, I'm not going nowhere. He kept those glasses on. I kept the knife doing my fingernail. He was walking acting weird. I thought he was going to try to knock me out because he was getting close. He was like gauging distance. I think he was figuring out a way to grab me. Can he grab my mouth? He wanted to fucking take my eyes. He wanted to kidnap me. That's the motherfucking point. I know he did. He was acting fucking weird. When he couldn't sweet talk me, when he couldn't persuade me to leave, I know he's thinking how he could try to fucking bully me out of there. That's why I grabbed that knife and shit. He was acting weird. Finally, he went to the kitchen. He turned the stove on and got a frying pan out and he cracked an egg. As soon as he did that, the 2 dudes jumped up. Hey, motherfucker, who's cooking? That's my food, motherfucker. Get out of the kitchen. Who are you? They didn't wake up when dude's like on the verge of kidnapping me, telling me let's go, but he goes in there and fucking cracks an egg. The whole house flips up. That's my food. Who the fuck are you? We're doing it in my kitchen. Like, you can show up and throw up in my bathroom. You can crash on the couch. You can have my last cigarette. Don't go in the kitchen and start making food. One of those type of houses. You ain't gonna come eat me out of house at home, motherfucker. He made that egg. They all jumped up, flipped out. And they didn't even tell him, who are you, motherfucker? And he's like, and he split. And I told him, like, damn, would you guys know who that was? Like, no. I said, fuck, he's been here for like 20 minutes asking me to go with him. You know why he's wearing your glasses? Because I told him I was going to stab him in the fucking eye. They're like, oh, dude, no, little brother, if he would try to grab me, I was like, I hope so. I might know weak, wimp motherfucker, but I mean, help! If he would try to grab my ass, I got their attention somehow, right, wouldn't I? After I tried poking him and shit, all kind of shit, because I had my knife out. Dude, it was creepy. It was a creepy situation. I felt like, you know, a prey. Like a lion was like creeping around me, man. It's fucking crazy ass shit. And then trip on this, not long after that, I ended up in Pomona. I was hanging out with this chick named Laura. She's quite a bit older than me. She's just my friend. So we're driving around. We up in this park in Pomona. And there's like 10 punk rockers. We're all hanging out. These people come walking up. We're drinking beer and smoking weed, hanging out. This Suicidal's there with his girlfriend. This other punk rocker I know from Pomona named Mike takes that girl and he starts dancing with her so it has some music. And I'm thinking, damn, the Suicidal that was there with his girlfriend looked kind of mean. Homeboy's dancing with the old lady. I was like, damn. And you could tell by the look on his face he was not fucking happy with it. So all of a sudden, out of nowhere, that Suicidal dude just came over and started stabbing the shit out of him. Boom, 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 boom. Like 4 feet in front of me. And holding him up. Dude's like, ah! And he was like holding him up by his arm. With one hand like, under his shoulder. It's like, And dude was trying to fall. The lady's like, no, stop, we're friends. Laura said, come on, let's go. We ran. One of her flip-flops fell off. She didn't even go back to get it. I mean, what can you do? Try to stop him? Then he comes. I don't know you like that, brother. Hope it works out. I can't break this one up. Yikes. It tripped me out for quite a while, seen though, just right a couple feet away from me. Just get, but dude, what the fuck he dances all lady? Speaking of flip-flops, I had this old lady once. She knew I did not get along with her dad. I didn't really get along with her. We had a lot of problems. She'd always start fights. Like one time, I said before, we're driving, arguing, and we're going to Pleasant Park and have to slow down because there's a speed bump. And there's 2 guys and a girl walking. And it's like, slow down. And she gets out of my car, and is like, fuck you, motherfucker, and walks up to the girl and starts fighting her. And the girl grabs her by the hair. These 3 random people walking down the road. 2 dudes and a girl. My girlfriend jumps out of the car, rushes that girl who just grabs her by the hair and throws her to the ground and starts beating her ass. What am I going to do? Of course, I got to jump out, grab that girl off my girl. Those 2 dudes jump me, start fighting me, so she got me jumped. Yeah, that's pretty crafty, though. We're arguing. She sees those 3 people. She's like, I'll just fucking kick up some dust right here and now. So, that's the type of crazy chick she was. She's at my pad one day. Me and her are arguing. All of a sudden, I look out my front window and I see her dad, who ain't no slouch. He did 10 years of Folsom. He's all tatted back, tatted down his face. Definitely no slouch. With one of his homeboys, a Southsider, who really ain't no slouch. And they go way back. They're homies, man. They're good friends. Both of them had bats. And I live like in a 4-plex type thing, like a bunch of apartments. Like maybe someone say, hey, Splinter's house is right there, but you're like, which one? It's not like, a house. Oh, the yellow one? No, it's like a bunch of little houses. Like, wow, number 8, what is it? They're walking around out front with bats. My window was open. I pulled my knife out. They got knife. I said, hey, if they kick in my door and start hitting me with those bats, first person I'm going to stab is you. And I turned back to look, and when I turned back to look, all I saw was her flip-flops on the ground. She jumped out my window so fast, she left her flip-flops behind. Hey, where you going? Go get your flip-flops. What? Be that as it may. What else we talk about? So my bad. I feel bad that the video died yesterday. We're going to have a live real soon. I got a bunch of stuff packaged up. I got to go post office tomorrow. Send some stuff off. I know a lot of you guys have been asking about that Wired Wolf. It stuff's fire. You guys want to know why I talk so fast? Think I'm on crank? Hell no, it's that Wired Wolf, homeboy. No, seriously though, it's very, very good coffee. And I want to give some of it away. And I got other big bags. This other stuff called organic, whatever. Organic, that's a nice, like, fancy type of word. Some organic coffee. It's not expensive. It's not though, it's free to you. I had something else I was going to say, but sure, I forgot. I could talk until the motherfucker dies. Did you guys know I got my finger cut off? Got my finger cut off. I had this car, man. The only reason I bought it because it was my first car because it had a good stereo. I taught my dad to buy it for me. He didn't do no kind of mechanics check. It's a VW Jetta. Basically what it was, old beat up, dude got the shell of a car and went to the junkyard and bought all parts. Alternator, heater core, all these junkyard parts because he had the nice shell of the car. I got it. Everything started breaking down. The motherfucking reverse and the second gear left. Literally, I had to always drive and be conscious like I had in reverse. Can't pull it anywhere. But I always make sure I go forward. And one day I got a homeboy and my pad, this old lady, I'm going to get us some weed or whatever, and I leave, and I live in an alley, and I go to drive down the alley, and I go to turn, and there's a car there in my alley. Dude! I got in reverse. I put my hand on a telephone pole, I gotta push my car back, so then I go the other way, catches a little roll, door open, wham! Hits the telephone pole, cuts my finger off. I go running back to my house, beating on my door, dude, he won't open. Brother, help! It won't open. I gotta go back to my car, get my keys out, tell it to just run right there. I ran. Go in, he's holding his old lady in the corner, like, dude, what the fuck? What's going on? I cut my finger off. He's like, oh, I thought you were getting jumped or attacked by a dog. Like, I was like, so you weren't gonna open the door and help me? He's like, fuck no. Whatever was getting you was not gonna get us. Like, damn, you're a cold piece of work, homeboy. But it did not hurt at all. It's the truth, they say. Adrenaline, I didn't feel no pain. They drove me to the hospital. I was even joking. We passed a restaurant, had a sign outside. It said hiring. I was like, hey, pull over and put application real quick. He went back, checking my finger. But the Bakersfield doctors took hair from right here. That's where they took hair from. That part of your finger has hair, right? Don't you have like a hairy knuckle somewhat? So since they took that skin and put it right here, I now have hair growing out of my fingertip. I'm that guy. Why didn't they take a skin graft from my thigh or somewhere? Why did they have to damage the top of my hand, damage my finger right here? You fucked up my hand, it shows all the time, got a big ugly scar, could have taken it from my thigh. Wow, kind of crazy. It's like his first day. He's like, I know what I'll do. I'll just take the skin from the top of his fucking hand. It's right there next to his finger. Bring the hair with it. Hair follicles, here we go. Trip on that. I'm gonna cut the string, let it fly. Peace.